what's up guys, Kaio-chan here, and welcome to Bakemonogatari Ghost Story Episode 3 review. This episode didn't have anything really major go down. It was just one of those episodes that was meant to be amusing and make you laugh. In the beginning of the episode, we have Kiyomi, and he's sitting in this park by himself talking about Mother's Day, and he's talking about how people can relate on this special holiday and all these other feelings. And after the intro, Senjugahara shows up, and throughout the entire episode, she's picking on him. And you can definitely feel the sexual tension in the air. She has this really low-cut top and short skirt, and it is driving Kiyomi crazy. And we get a hint that Kiyomi wants to have a deeper relationship with her besides just being a friend, but we don't know how Senjugahara feels about that. But we do know that she wants to repay him for helping her out with the whole weight crab situation. And they get into this conversation, and there was a really funny reference in the beginning of this conversation where she's talking about how she can grant a wish and how she's even more powerful than Shenron. I don't know if you guys got the Dragon Ball Z reference, but I think it was very well played, and I just thought that was rather amusing that this mangaka actually likes Dragon Ball Z and threw that in there. And she's talking about all these things she can do for him. She suggests that maybe she can do him some sexual favors, and he's like, don't do that because it would be harder for us to be friends afterwards. And she agrees with him, and by the end of this whole entire exchange, he says, just buy me a soda sometime. So he's really not the type of person who really wants anything in exchange for help. He just, wants to be friends with her. And we find out that there is kind of a difficult relationship at home for Kiyomi. He has two sisters, and he's the eldest son, so he has this really weird relationship with everybody. And on this Mother's Day, he just decided he wanted to go off on his own. He felt like this dud of an elder son, and he just didn't want to celebrate Mother's Day, which upset his sister, and now he just doesn't want to go back home. So there's this really weird relationship between the whole entire family, which is understandable because there's always tension between brothers and sisters. And then we get into the character of this particular part of the story, and it's this little girl. And Kiyomi spots her for a second time because he saw her earlier in the episode. And he looks down at her, and his eyes turn red, and he's trying to figure out how to read the name on her backpack. So we find out something more about Kiyomi. Every single time he's trying to concentrate on something or see something far away, his eyes will turn red, and he can see a lot further than the average person. And that's yet another side effect of his time being a vampire. So he decides that he wants to try and help this girl. So he goes down there, and twice she totally blows him off, says, I don't like you, and he goes back depressed to Senjugahara. And she's trying to figure out what's going on, and he keeps on going back down there. And after a while, he found out that she's having a difficult time locating this place that's in a note that she's carrying, which is kind of odd because he thinks that anyone can find a place on a map, but she obviously can't. And the third time he goes down there to try to help her, he ends up getting into this fight with her, which is like this crazy thing. He's a high schooler picking out a grade schooler, and he totally beats her up. And the funny part about the whole thing is Senjugahara comes back down, and she's giving him this look, and he's like, I can explain. And it's this really funny thing. And the ironic thing is, right next to Senjugahara, you see guilty, not guilty written all the way down. It's just an hysterical thing. And they all decide that they're going to go and try to locate this place on her note. And that's pretty much all that happened throughout the episode. So it wasn't really anything too major, but it was still rather amusing, and it's definitely an episode worth checking out. As usual, there was still some crazy animation. It was toned down a little bit for this one, but there was still some really nice angles and color and all that wonderful stuff from the other episodes. I don't really like the intro to this second part of the story. I don't know, I just don't like it. It's not as catchy as the first part, and it's a little bit more fan servicey. I mean, we see this little girl, and she's shaking her butt and all this other stuff. So it's just, I don't know. I don't really like it that much. But that is what happened in episode 3. If you guys saw the episode, tell me what you thought about it. What was your favorite part? And And that is all for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!